The 1998 video game Resident Evil 2, it is an improvement from the original with better voice acting, interesting characters, and a story that dives deeper into the Umbrella Company. Man, it is interesting even nearly 25 years later, this game is still playable. So the story of this one is that it takes place 2 months after the events from the first game. Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield, 2 new characters introduced into the franchise during the time, they encounter each other in Raccoon City during the beginning of the T-virus outbreak. For Leon, he is a rookie cop on his first day of the job for the Raccoon City Police Department. And for Claire, she's looking for her brother Chris Redfield. And so not only do they have to deal with the zombies, but they have to deal with the other monsters in this game as well. And there is a new enemy type in this game, and I have to say it is quite the adversary. Yep, the liquors. I remember encountering them when I was a child, and it scared me a whole bunch. This is one of the best video games ever made. It is a cult classic. Sure, some of the gameplay mechanics is outdated by today's standards, such as the fixed camera and the tank controls. But I did like what they did with the story, introducing the G-virus, these new characters, and the mere fact both Leon and Claire are key characters that have been important to the franchise over the years. I myself personally have beaten this game a few times, and I will say the story, it is interesting. You learn more about Umbrella, their motivations, and the voice acting in this is much improved. It's not perfect, but it is certainly a lot better than the voice acting that was in the original Resident Evil. Nonetheless though, this is simply one of the best horror games to come out in the late 1990s, and I have to say that while it hasn't aged all that well, it's still fun to play regardless. I have to say, when it comes to the music, this game does a good job. That is creepy, adds tension. And sure, it's not as scary as a lot of modern day survival horror games is. But, you know, for 1998, it worked. Interesting thing I found out about this game over the years is that Resident Evil 1.5 was going to be the original version, obviously. Shinji Mikami, he scrapped the whole thing because he felt like it wouldn't have been good enough. And I'm glad they did, because Elsa Walker, I don't know, well, she would have been an interesting character if they stuck with the original programming. Maybe, maybe not. It's just Claire Redfield is a better character in my opinion. And one thing that I really thought was cool is the mere fact that this game did come on 2 discs. 4 scenarios, Leon A, Claire B, and of course, Leon B and Claire A. It adds some replay value. There's unlockables. You can get so much done. There's other game modes. And people are still playing this game even nearly 25 years later. Plus, this game had gotten a remake in 2019. And I think that's pretty cool because a lot of people was asking for that game for so long. And, you know, there are other characters such as Al Wong, who is this undercover agent. You know, there's this thing between her and Leon. And I'm like saying, Leon fall for this chick that fast? But then, you know, those zombies going around. So, you know, I guess that changes things. Another character that was an interesting addition to this sequel was William Birkin. You know, Umbrella soldiers, they came for him, they shot him, and in order to save his life, he injected himself with the G-virus. In the process, he became a monster. And you know, I was really thinking to myself, you know, this story is so rich. It's better, I believe, than the story from the first game. If you somehow never played this classic, I say check it out because it certainly still holds up even today. I'm giving this video game a 9 out of 10. This one had won so many awards when it came out back in 1998, such as Game of the Year. And the legacy for this game speaks for itself, especially with 2 badass characters with Leon and Claire. And to Capcom, this one proved a huge success, selling more than 6 million copies across all platforms it had released on. At the end of the day though, this is an iconic horror video game, no doubt about it. And it's one of the reasons why this franchise is still going strong today. And that is my review of the original Resident Evil 2. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this video game. My review of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis will be coming next year, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.